around 2 in the morning, rest is getting harder.
Hello, welcome, Devil Sniper here, and today I'm bringing you episode number 11 of our career mode with West Ham United. And before we get into this wonderful episode, I want to apologise for episode number 10. The gameplay was fantastic, let's be honest, the gameplay was fantastic, though we were very woeful against Watford in that first half. We were bloody awful. That aside, the commentary, do you know what? Frustrations. Look, I'll be honest. I'm not the greatest bloody YouTube curator. I'm not the greatest career mode commentator. I'm not the greatest in any way, shape or form. I'm pretty barely average at best. But I felt I really let myself down in episode 10. I gave myself such a small window to do the commentary that I'm really disappointed with it. I'm really disappointed for you guys who had to watch it. I'm disappointed with the fact that new people may have watched it and thought, wow, you are seriously bad, dude. Never watching you again. Understand it. Completely and utterly understand it. I think I'd be that harsh myself. And for the guys who have stuck with me through thick and thin, and let's be honest, there's been a lot to stick by me with. I'm really apologetic to you guys because, I know what you guys are like. You would have watched it. And that frustrates me deeply. So, I apologise for that. And hopefully we can pick ourselves up and get back on track and give myself a little bit more time here and there. I think the problem is I'm trying to, because I'm so excited to do it and really wanting to do it, I'm just narrowing my window down at times too much, and it's really, really silly. But that aside, Gorkan Torre picking up the ball, knocking it out to the right-hand side to Byron. Byron plays a fantastic ball over the top into Pedro. One touch, second touch control. Oh my days, Pedro sticks it in the top corner. In the 19th minute, what an outrageous finish from the young Spanish player there. He really is starting to come to fruition under Filippo Bonaperti. Didn't get much of a look in under Bilic, but under Filippo Bonaperti, he's been willing to give him opportunities coming on as substitute and starting him in the cup side. And the young man is definitely enjoying it at the moment. He's playing some really good football, making some really good ghosting runs. None other than his finish there. Great ghosting run and a great finish as Pedro just completely batters Matt Phillips to the deck. That was a hard challenge there by Pedro. He does not give an inch. Fantastic play. And he intercepts the throw in. Poor throw in by Matt Phillips there. And Matt Phillips must be extremely ecstatic that the referee blows that half-time whistle, because that was a poor throw in. And Pedro just pounced on it straight away as West Ham go in, leading 1-0. West Brom kicking off from left to right. Can they come out and show some fight? Overall, they've been beaten by West Ham 3-0 and they're currently losing 1-0. Can they come back and nick? Oh, Morrison with an opportunity there. Fantastic little volley. But Randolph seemed to have it all knitted up. But Filippo Bonaperti starting to look a little bit worried there. Making some changes. Torre, Carroll and Pedro going off. Surprising Pedro's gone off, but Sacco and Nordvet come on. Nordvet obviously is coming on to replace Pedro and just nonchalantly lock up the defensive side. And Arbeloa, I think, is just to give some more defensive reliability there, because West Ham are looking a little bit dodgy there. Allowed West Brom back in the second half. There's a great opportunity there from Fernandez as the ball is blocked. Ball comes out to Arbeloa. Arbeloa with time plays it into Chiarte. Chiarte with the shot is blocked down by West Brom. West Brom looking to hit on the counter attack. They've got numbers, but the referee does blow that full-time whistle, and thankfully West Ham come away with a hard-earned 1-0 victory against West Bromwich Albion in the EFL Cup. Not the greatest of games to be said, and of course the West Ham board. Adrian refuses to negotiate. You've got to be kidding. We spoke to Adrian's agent. We spoke to both of them. We nurtured a deal. Sorry to have bad news for you today, but the agent of Adrian has dropped a bombshell that no matter what contract we put on the table, he won't be signing it. He's suggesting that they want to leave their options open and maybe seeking a move away for the future or in the near future. Absolutely ridiculous. We sat down with them. And they treat us like idiots. They don't even have the ability to come to me, Filippo Bonaperti, and say, look, Filippo, Adrian's not going to sign it. Or Adrian come to me and go, look, Gaffer, I'm not going to sign it. End of. Disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful. Agents in modern day football are an absolute disgrace. It is that simple. They're an absolute disgrace. That aside, a mountain to climb. West Ham have only conceded 1 goal and Southampton have only scored 3 goals. And Filippo is looking very concentrated. He's expecting another victory from his team. He feels his team are playing so well at this moment in time, even with that lacklustre performance in the first half against Watford and a woeful start against West Brom. They still come out with 2 3-0 victories. And against West Brom in the Cup, they didn't play particularly well, but they come out with a 1-0 victory. Southampton's side, has to be said, is a decent side. It's surprising to see they're struggling for goals. It really is a surprise. You've got Austin up front with Shane Long. They've got some really good depth in their midfield. It's a surprise to see they're not notching in the goals, to be fair. But it is from left to right, West Ham to kick off the game against Southampton in the Premier League, and hopefully another 3 points coming this way as Kare knocks the ball onto Cresswell onto Antonio plays the ball back into Kare onto Zaza trying to play in Cresswell there, but that is an awful pass from Zaza. Pretty much what he's been so far for West Ham since he joined from Juventus. He's been pretty woeful, to say the least. But it is Southampton on the attack. Some great play, but a great defensive block there from Winston Reid, halting Southampton in their strides to move forward. Fantastic play, and you can see why West Ham are number one in the defensive, and you could probably see why Southampton, as much as they're trying to create chances, they're not very clinical at all, as Shane Long with the ball is blocked by Ogbonna. He had an opportunity there to play the ball inside and he neglected to do so, and it made it so easy for Ogbonna to block him. And again, it's Southampton on the attack. West Ham have been woeful in this first half, just allowing Southampton wave after wave after wave of attack as the ball was just hit just over the bar. Ridiculous play from Southampton, from West Ham. I'm sure Filippo Bonaperti is going to be outraged at the way his team's playing in this first half as Antonio looks to go down the left-hand side. Managed to keep hold of the ball. Well played there from Antonio as he knocks it inside and the referee blows the first half conclusion. The whistle's gone. It's West Ham 0, Southampton 0. And the question is, will Southampton regret those missed opportunities? Because they had plenty of opportunities in that first half. West Ham were really, really awful. They sat too deep. They allowed too much time to Southampton and just didn't have anything to offer. As Randolph gives the ball away to Austin. Great save from Randolph. And Austin again, he's missed. Was that a save or was that a miss there from Charlie Austin? But what was Randolph thinking of? He rolled the ball to Austin's feet and it's a save. What a world-class double save. But it's not in a positive light. It's in a negative light because he gifted the ball to Charlie Austin as Mark Noble is taken off. Slight knock on his ankle and replaced by Nordvet. The ball thrown out to the right-hand side to Byram from Randolph. Byram knocks the ball forward into Mikel Antonio. Antonio going down the right-hand side. He's got time, he's got space. Can he deliver the killer cross? He gets the cross in. Faguli at the back post. 1-0 West Ham. Unbelievable 83rd minute goal there from Faguli. As soon as Nordvet came on for Noble, Filippo Bonaperti called across Antonio and said, swap sides with Faguli. He swapped sides with Faguli, and since they've done that, Southampton cannot cope with neither men as Antonio picks up the ball yet again on the right-hand side. Plays a delightful chip ball into Payet. Payet with a shot off the bar. Zaza controls. Zaza slots the ball home, and West Ham have doubled their lead in the 87th minute. This game was literally looking like a bore 0-0 draw with Southampton missing some golden opportunities and West Ham absolutely offering nothing. But in the last 7 minutes, West Ham have scored 2 goals. And you have to say, West Ham has shown their pure class. They've swapped wings with Faguli and with Antonio. And the team has just come to life. And Zaza, with the easiest goal he will score this season. And you can see it means a great deal to him. Really looking forward to seeing if he can build upon his goal as Payet is taking a mick out of Southampton in the centre of the park. Plays a delightful ball into Zaza. Zaza cuts inside, turns into Payet. 3-0. Simple as that. 90th minute. The last 9 minutes of this game has been utterly dominated by Dimitri Payet, Mikel Antonio and West Ham taking Southampton to the sword. They have absolutely destroyed him, and you can probably see now why Southampton are in the position they are. They've had opportunities, they haven't taken them. Defensively, they have been a little bit woeful. But overall, West Ham still haven't really impressed. Apart from the last 10 minutes of this game, West Ham have not been that good, as the referee does conclude the game, with West Ham coming out with a 3-0 victory. Goals from Faguli, Zaza and Payet. Why did I nearly pronounce Faguli wrong? Statistically, you have to look at Southampton. 10 shots with only 4 on target, but 55% possession. West Ham with 6 shots, 3 shots in target, and all those 3 shots on target were in the last 9 minutes. Unbelievable. So the Man of the Match awards go to Lanzini against West Brom in the EFL Cup. Wasn't a great performance from us at all, but Lanzini was freaking brilliant. He's actually a little wizard. He's never going to displace this man, though. That's the problem he's got. He has to remove this man. First half statistics were awful. Second half statistics for Dimitri Payet put on an absolute masterclass. and destroyed Southampton. Or I should say, he destroyed them in 10 minutes. It's ridiculous. But we came away with the 6 points, and I'm extremely happy. So anyway, till next time, I'll catch you later.